Hey everybody, welcome to a Thursday edition of Box Seats. I'm your host, Frank Holder. This is the show where we talk sports with comedians. If you guys know how we get down, that's what we do. We have all these conversations. We have some long, drawn-out conversations, and they're always funny. I'm trying to tell you. First up, speaking of comedians, everything else, first up is my man, Talent. Talent, how you doing today, brother? How's everything?
Hey, I'm fantastic, brother. I'm good and blessed and not stressed.
Yeah, man. I can only imagine, man. It's great to see that you're not stressed or anything else. Next up is my man, Fig. Fig, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, man, the barbecue sauce is real spicy.
What?
Okay. Rodney Perry, how you doing today, brother? How's everything? Rodney Perry?
I'm all right.
All right, man. We're gonna jump into the show, man. This is what we do.
Why we gotta have long, drawn out conversations?
This is what we do. We normally have a long, drawn out conversation about COVID. We get that part started first, and then when we get into the show, we talk about
you lightweight roasted us, Frank. You roasted your own show.
Can I finish now?
Go ahead.
Thank you. All right, for the first part up, man, I'm gonna say is I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to. We talking about COVID. We do it all the time, man. We always do this. The crazy thing is that today, here's the thing. The country known as Guinea has now pulled out. They pulled out last night from the Olympics, due to the unusual rise of COVID reports. Like they're like, this is not what we want to do. Also, Taylor Crabb, who's a volleyball player, she pulled out. She's like, you know what? I'm withdrawing my name and everything else. And the Czech team is under investigation for a flight to Tokyo after the outbreak because they had five players now who got COVID and everything else. Now, the crazy thing is Talent. I'm gonna start with you. Is that people aren't paying attention to what's going on around the world, but I think they might be because in the UK and Europe, the new film called The Green Knight that's supposed to start this week, they pulled it from all the theaters. So that's telling me right now, they pulled from all the theaters this morning. That's telling me right now, this COVID situation is really serious everywhere else around the world when they start pulling films. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts, Talent?
I think it's serious everywhere, not everywhere else. I think everywhere. I think that a lot of us, because of the vaccine, it's creating a realm of perception that everything's all gravy. It's not all gravy. And you know it's not all gravy because the president gets on damn near every week. The vice president, everybody, Dr. Fauci, and they telling you that, okay, this ain't over. I know we opened some stores back up, guys. We let y'all make a few bucks. It's a little PPP popping, but still got to be careful. And the fact that everybody ain't vaccinated, it seems to be causing a problem. So I think it's everywhere. And the fact that they pulled out, good for them. They said on the news this morning, do not be shocked of a last-minute cancellation of the Olympics.
Yep, that's what I've been saying. I said that for the last 2 or 3 days. Fig, what's your thoughts when you hear about all this stuff jumping off?
Man, listen, the shutdown is coming. Just prepare yourself. Go and get your toilet tissue and your paper towels, get your water and your juice and all your canned goods, your box goods, all the stuff you can store up in your house because they're going to shut this sucker down again. If it's doing this now and we ain't even hit the flu season yet, man, listen. Get ready.
I'm trying to tell you, the weather ain't even broke yet. That's the part that is getting me. The weather ain't even broke yet. Rodney Perry, what's your thoughts?
Well, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Guinea, man, but Guinea's an African country, and they've been dealing with a lot of population control. So it's no surprise to me that they pull out.
Looks like we have somebody else trying to join the show today, too, man. It looks like the guy's name is Jordan Jackson. Jordan, I know it's what he said with the pull out part. Jordan, man, thank you for joining the show. We got this topic we talked about with the COVID virus and everything else. First of all, thank you for joining the show, brother. What you want to talk about? What's going on?
Thanks for having me, man. Rodney Perry invited me in. I came in on the back end. I ain't really heard what y'all was talking about, but thank y'all.
Hey, George Jackson, social media superstar, doing his thug tizzle out there in them viral streets. Hey, man, the Olympics is in the jeopardy of being taken away. You're an athlete, man. What's your thoughts on the Olympics and people pulling out?
Yeah, to me, it seems like that's the safest move to do, man. I think a lot of the stuff that we're doing is really, really premature. I mean, we should have slowly but surely tried to get this thing back going. And a lot of people may end up suffering because of us moving way too fast, if you ask me. We need, the numbers aren't all the way in, and we need to take our time and slowly but surely get things back all the way popping. So they pulling out, it makes sense because nothing is more important than lives.
Right. Now, Jordan, hang tight, but don't go nowhere. The next topic, I want to get your opinion on this also. So stay there, stay right there. Next topic up, man, talent. I'm going to talk to you about this one, man. I don't know if you guys heard about this either, but the Miami Hurricanes, they got this kid. His name is Evante Williams. He was the top prospect, right? They got him a year ago. He was the top prospect. Last night, he got arrested for domestic violence arrest. He got 3 counts of aggravated assault against his pregnant girlfriend, and the school suspended him because he basically beating up. He got caught, and possibly even on camera, got caught beating up his pregnant girlfriend. We've had issues and conversations about these athletes and everything else, man. I don't even know what to say or what to do with these cats, man. But talent, talk to me. What you think?
Can't hear you,
Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm looking for some wood. I got to knock on wood. One thing I hang my hat on, bro, is I have 0 of those under my belt. When you get into this athletic realm and you are bestowed blessings on blessings, you're about to be this prospect, this prodigy. Sky's the limit, baby. I don't understand how these young cats get caught up in this domestic thing when they're in the beginning of their career. Who knows how far you're going to go? People are betting on you, and you get caught up in this stuff. And she's pregnant. I don't. If it's what it's cut out to be, man, there's anything they say, bro. I don't have no respect.
Yeah, man, Fig, #1 safety basically in the college ranks, all NCAA and everything else. Top prospect coming out of school, everything. Had everything lined up for him. Now he's suspended from school, and right now he's sitting there with no bail. Right now, as we speak. Your thought?
Grand opening, grand closing. They don't want nothing to do with that. Listen, even if you a star in your sport and you do something like that, they canceling you. This kid ain't even got started yet.
Crazy.
It's over. You can't be beating up women, #1, and then you're gonna beat up a pregnant woman. Deuces, out of here.
I'm trying to tell you, that's definitely a fact. Rodney Prey, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I mean, here's the crazy part. I mean, he probably won't get completely canceled. He'll be canceled for a period of time, and he'll come back, go on an apology tour. If he's as good as you say he is now, it's all relative to how good he is. And the NFL will take him, get him in the league real cheap, and he'll be under the radar. And hopefully he will have learned his lesson. If not, that's when he'll get the big cancellation letter. But I mean, we've seen this too many times where guys, do stuff like this before they get to the league, and the league kind of sweeps them under the rug. So I anticipate that happening in this case.
Yeah, one thing's going to happen, Jordan. Thank you for joining the show, man. One thing that's definitely going to happen is it's going to hurt his draft status. That's a fact. Like, if he was going to be in the first round, he's now guaranteed second round. What you think about this, Jordan? What's your thoughts?
I personally think, man, the decisions that you make, life is a series of choices. And so, the right choice will put you on your way. The wrong choice will put you a way. Even if he does make it into the NFL because he is that good, you got to think about the endorsement money that he's lost by making the wrong decision. Now, his woman will possibly stay with him, and they can get some counseling thing, man. But he literally just cost his family millions of dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, he sure did. 100%. Million, not just a little bit of money, millions. Because if he's the #1 prospect, millions. But Jordan, man, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for giving us a couple of minutes of your time, man. We really appreciate you for taking that time, man. I really do. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right.
Appreciate you, Jay.
Thanks,
All right,
man. If y'all want to join the show, man,
you're a professional get ridder.
Who, me?
The way you get rid of people is amazing, immaculate. Like you're a professional get rid of. Like, thank you, brother. Thank you. They don't even know they're getting rid of. Like they brother drive and say, "Hey, Jordan, man, appreciate you." Oh, okay, no problem.
Stop at that red light too, cause we out.
You know what, y'all know I got to keep the show going, man. I know,
but it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, all right, y'all. We're gonna keep the show rolling on. Man, if y'all want to join the show, you can hit that link that's up there too, and join the show. We'd appreciate to hear your thoughts on it, especially on this domestic violence issue too. If you want to talk about that, because some of these athletes, let's not front, some of these athletes do slide by if they don't get caught on camera. You know what I mean? But I think I'm gonna say this: I think that the running back who knocked out his then fiance on camera, I think that set the precedence for the NFL. And if you even touch it, I think that changed everything. You know what? I forgot Ray Rice. I think when Ray Rice knocked his girlfriend out on camera, and then it came out, because first, if y'all remember, when Ray Rice, first knocked her out, we didn't see it. You know what I mean? And then he was allowed to be in the league. But the TMZ dropped that video. The instant they dropped that video, tell me I'm wrong. The instant they dropped that video, Roger Goodell suspended that dude indefinitely. He ain't been in the league since.
Yeah, because I mean, video. We all know video is just living, actual in the moment proof. Like you could hearsay is one thing, and you know what's crazy is I remember the security guard who had the footage, because they from over here, so they was over at the casino. The security guard who had the footage was holding that out. I think it was a week or 10 days, something like that, before he actually sold it, and that's how TMZ and them started to play the video. Yeah,
but Fig, to the same point. The NFL had allowed him to stay in the league, knowing he had not. Like, it's not like they didn't know. They know he hit her. They know he knocked her out. They knew all that. But as soon as the video dropped, changed everything. Big.
The thing about it is, Frank, is the bottom line is, here in America, we love rice. You know what I mean? We like white rice, brown rice, basmati rice. We even like rice-a-roni. So that's why they was giving Ray Rice a pass. But then when the video came out, they canceled Rice. The Chinese restaurants had to close down all around football stadiums because of Ray Rice, man. He just gave Rice a bad name.
Rodney Perry, talk to me. Do you think that when Ray Rice did this, it set the whole precedent now? Because this kid did this in college. I think not only did it hurt his draft stats, it hurt his money. It hurt any type of thing he might have gone along with, endorsements. It hurt him possibly even doing the Miami Hurricanes tour. I mean, everything that's affiliated with Miami Hurricanes, he just ruined all that. What you think?
How about this? Don't hit your lady on camera.
How about this? You don't hit your lady, period.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Frank. We don't know what she said, okay? Okay. We don't know what she said. She might have hit him first. We don't know. And not victim blaming or victim shaming at all, but the NFL has been very loose on domestic violence. And it didn't start with Ray Rice. It goes back as far as Jim Brown or further back than that.
No, it does. It does. But I'm saying
we know that there's a history of domestic violence. And how about this? Violent dudes do violent things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys that are violent for a living, leave a man alone.
Yeah. And in Ray Rice's instance,
and no disrespect, ladies, please hear me out. I'm not being disrespectful. I saw my mother physically abused by my stepfather, so I know what this is. I'm a product of it. And I'm here to tell you that violent guys do violent things. So know that when you're dealing with guys like this, that they have short fuses, and you have to be wary of how you deal with them.
Yeah, and in Ray Rice's situation, that girl spit on him, but doesn't mean it was she spit on him. Yeah, she spit on him. But anyway, my man Mike Sean, he dialed in. He wants to join the conversation. Mike, I think you heard what we were talking about. Talk to me, Mike. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I didn't know y'all were talking about this. Take my square off, please.
No! You heard the man.
I just got in a whole bunch of trouble. These are the most touch. You don't understand. I just lost a friendship off of a conversation about Bill Cosby. But man, listen, this is one of them situations where Rodney said, I co-signed Rodney on this. They're violent guys. You have to be very careful on being around. That doesn't excuse them. Keep your hands to yourself. It's just such a touchy situation. But the NFL is a bunch of hypocrites, because if you're in the prime of your career, the NFL will overlook it. Period. Like if Ray Rice had been in the prime of his career when this happened and had ran for 1,700 yards that year,
Mike, he was the number one leading Russian running back in the league that year. He was the number one dude.
Yeah, but he was in his 8th season. So running backs were like, wasn't that almost his 7th or 8th season that year?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. But he was the number one. He was the leading rusher in the NFL when he got bounced. The leading rusher.
Well, when you got a video like that, look, it was the first time I'd ever seen an athlete actually. Well, it was the second time I actually saw that like you guys, I think you mentioned that college guy. Oh wait, that college guy's in the NFL right now. Ain't that about a? Yeah, he two-pieced the white girl in the restaurant, and he's playing for the Bengals.
Yeah,
oh, I forgot he was young.
Yeah.
Oh, they still got another 6 years of getting him.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, the hypocrisy's crazy, y'all. The hypocrisy's crazy.
Like I said, if y'all want to, hold on, like I said, if y'all want to join the conversation, you can. I got somebody who wants to join the conversation. His name look like his name is Cody Jack. Cody, thank you for joining the conversation, man. How you doing, brother? How's everything?
I'm blessed, highly favored, man. I can't complain.
All right, what's your thoughts on the topic we talking about right now?
Well, I just joined in. I'm trying to figure out what's the topic y'all talking about. Who y'all talking about?
Here's the topic. I'll give you the topic.
We're talking about the last charge you got for domestic violence.
No,
when they had to come in your house.
Wait a minute, man. This is a Christian man. He said he was blessed and highly favored. He ain't got no charges.
No, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about Cody. What we're talking about.
Listen, all Christian men get charges, man. You can. Those the main ones.
Yeah. We're talking about there was a Miami Hurricane player who's in jail right now. He was the #1 top safety in the league. I mean, in college and everything else. He's sitting without no bail right now because he beat up his pregnant girlfriend, and he got suspended from school. This happened last night. He got suspended from school, and he's in jail without no bail right now. And we were talking about how he's losing his roster spot. It hurt his draft status. It's just, and again, domestic violence. You know what I mean? It's just domestic violence. So, what's your thoughts on all this, man?
My first question: anytime I hear something with a male and a female, I always ask the question first: what did she do wrong? That's my first question.
What's your next question? What's your next question?
Usually he don't make it to the next.
I think they should at least try to get him out.
He was confused.
He never got past the first question before in his life. He said, "My first question is, what did she do wrong?" And what's your next question? Well, I usually get smacked.
Yo, man,
How about this, gentlemen? I mean, you guys are really laughing it up on this subject, but the reality is domestic violence goes both ways too.
Yeah.
A lot of these women are striking these guys first, and again, you're dealing with a violent dude with reaction with the fastest reactions in the world.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Rodney said it best. He said violent guys do violent things, so it just is what it is. And they say women love bad boys. Everybody loves a pit bull until he bite you. Rodney,
all right, right now during the show is the business bully. How you doing, sir? How's everything, man? I appreciate you joining the show. I don't know if you know the topic, but I'll give it to you real fast. We're talking about the Miami Hurricane player who's the #1 top. He was the #1 top pick out of high school for Miami. He beat up his pregnant girlfriend. He's sitting in jail right now for domestic violence, and it automatically hurt his draft status. He's sitting in there right now as we speak. It might not even be able to get back in Miami. What's your thoughts on this, bro?
Wow, I personally don't think you should put your hands on anybody, quite frankly. I'm just, wow, damn, like, how to fuck up a bag in 3 easy steps? Left, right, left. I think honestly, it's ridiculous, and I think it's stupid. But again, just because you're in position to make money doesn't necessarily mean that you understand what comes with that. So, yeah, he's a dumb motherfucker. As far as this whole thing about, who hit who first, this, that, and the third, I think we need to get off of this whole egotistical rah-rah male thing and realize that women are entitled to equal rights.
Yeah, 100%. Wow. Now, you guys stay right there. Now, I want to move on.
Hold on. I think we missed that last part. What was that, Buzzy? They did type the equal rights and what?
Equal rights and lefts.
I didn't know the story completely that you had said about the guy. I didn't know that. So I want to just clear this up. I could care less about his roster spot. I could give a damn about if he's going to get drafted. I could care less if he gets ever to play football again. If you go and beat up your pregnant girlfriend, I don't want to hear the excuses.
Yeah,
I don't even want to hear the excuses about violent guys do violent things. Just on a serious note, because that is absolutely pathetic. You're a pathetic human being to put your hands on a woman to begin with, but you're a pregnant woman?
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. But now let's move on because we got a lot of stuff to cover, man. You guys stay right there, man. Bully and Jack, don't throw it. I want to throw this out. I don't know if you guys caught this. I'm starting out with you, Talent, but I was literally utterly amazed at the fact that Monty Williams went into the Milwaukee Bucks locker room after the Bucks had just won the NBA championship, gave those guys a nice conversation, gave them some dap, gave them some pound. I mean, he was so overwhelmingly, of a good dude. What's your thoughts, Talent, when you heard that Monty Williams, the losing coach of the losing team, just lost the NBA Finals? What's your thoughts when he went into the locker room and gave these guys a congratulatory, speech? What's your thoughts?
2 words, Frank. Class act.
Exactly.
Class is still out there. Some people still take pride in being a class act and holding themselves above and beyond the fray. You can't be a classier gentleman than to do what he did. It's something that we watch championships all our lives in all sports, and we rarely see. You see the the traditional and keep it moving. Then you see the pouty Aaron Rodgers when Brady beat him last year. That was the pouty Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah,
he didn't even want to take the helmet. He walked over there with the helmet on. Yeah, fuck you. And then he left. Like class act to go above and beyond to go in that room. Because let's face it, bro. That's what you call in warfare enemy territory.
No doubt about it.
You know what I mean? And he went in there and with nothing but good intention, like, hey man, congratulations. You guys were the better team. You won it, you deserved it. And he had a nice little talk with Greek Freak, the Giannis, about, the future, man. Yo, you're doing your thing, blah, blah, blah. And he held it up and held his head up high and went on about his business. That right there will go down in history. That's a class act moment, bro.
Fig, what's your thoughts? Because I personally I was shocked to me.
Man, it's almost defying words, but Talent, I think, summed it up best with class act because his emotions were really running high. And he was able to compose himself long enough to go and congratulate the other team in their locker room. But I don't know if anybody saw his post-game interview where he was so choked up about it, man, where he could hardly finish the interview, man. He was just he was literally in tears because it hurt so much to lose that championship run, and then to be able to do that, like I said, class act, man.
Rodney Craig, your thoughts?
Monty Williams has a great reputation already in the league, man. He's one of those guys that everybody likes, and he's a standout Christian as well. So he did what people that are Christians do. He congratulated those men on their win, but it's something he said that stood out for me. Like, you guys made me a better coach, and you guys made us a better team. So I look forward to the Phoenix Suns. I'm not the biggest fan, but I look forward to them making another run, another comeback. Because with a guy like this at the helm, it's character.
Yeah,
character is everything. When you get after everybody got talent, the next thing down the line is character, and this guy has it in the boatloads.
Thank you.
Monty Williams stays consistent. I know he had some tragedy in his life. If you ever YouTube the eulogy he did at a funeral, which was absolutely amazing. I actually watched it. He's just being consistent. He's not the only coach who's ever done that. I've seen other people do it. And I remember when Tim Duncan got criticized for going up to LeBron after LeBron had finally when they had beat San Antonio, and some idiot named Skip Bayless criticized Tim Duncan for going up to him and actually embracing him and congratulating him and telling him that this is your league now. It's okay to be a sportsman. It's okay to have sportsmanship. It's really cool. And I want to see more of that, because I saw one YouTube video where a young guy was being covered. I don't know if y'all saw it he was a defensive back, and the receiver burnt him. And the defensive back put his hand out to shake his hand like, yo, good one. And instead of shaking his hand, he smacked it away. And that's the type of attitude we're seeing now. I get trash talking, but when you see somebody do something like Talent said, classy like that, I hope something like that spreads around the league and you see more of it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Now let me add in Kobe. You got one more shot to say something more than what you just said, bro. Kobe, talk to me. What
Oh,
you
no, no, I'm gonna be cool. Great sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you always said a lot of great answers. He got great charisma, great attitude about it. Because it's hard to go in there to you make your way all the way to the very top, then you lose. Then you go in their locker room. I never heard that before. Going their locker room and shake their hand at a championship. So I think that's amazing. Yeah, it's great.
Kobe, thank you for
Okay.
joining the show, man. We appreciate you joining the show, man. Thank
No
you
doubt.
for your thoughts. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for taking the time.
Appreciate that, fella.
Appreciate y'all, man. Love you all, man. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Business Bully himself, talk to me. Tell me what you think about what I mean, because you know that takes a lot of guts, man, to go to lose locker after you lost, man. What you think?
I honestly think it's manhood. You know, we've gotten into society now where everybody's soft. We celebrate 17th place trophies. You know, we don't cut anybody. You know, this is the pinnacle of athletic prowess. And one of the things you have to do as a leader is understand that sometimes you got to say, you know what? Yeah, I just got my jaw rocked. You know, I mean, I grew up in the hood, and sometimes, you know, I didn't win every fight I got into. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, nah, you bust my ass, homie. Good luck. You know, you shake your hand, you keep it mushing. He took his ass whipping, conceded defeat, and then kept it pushing. Like that should be normalized. We only like the rah-rah part about manhood. We don't like to accept defeat like men. And that's the problem, because we got these pundits and these 5'3" people named Skip Bayless running around here talking about shit they can't possibly ever play. The motherfucker's not even big enough to be a ball. So Skip. Skip Bayless isn't even. Is he regulation size? Anything? Is he tall enough for Waterboy? I do not know. What I will say is, I was raised by men, and if somebody wins, you congratulate them and you keep it pushing. You fight another day. Manhood needs to be normalized.
You're right. Skip Bayless he's a substitute teacher.
I could not have said it better. Sound you crazy. I could not have said it better than myself. Hey, man, don't go nowhere just yet. Let me bring in, looks like Kim wants to join the conversation. Kim, thank you. First of all, thank you for joining the conversation. Did you hear what we were talking about, Kim? Kim?
We have to assume they didn't hear it, Frank. Just tell her.
All right, well, here's the conversation. We were talking about Monty Williams walking into the losing locker room.
The winning locker room.
The winning locker room. I'm sorry. Walking into winning locker room and congratulating the Milwaukee Bucks immediately after. I've never seen. I mean, never. I've watched sports for a lot of years. I've never seen a losing coach, especially at a big game, the pinnacle game, walk in the locker room when they're popping the champagne. You know, I've never seen that. I've seen it after. I've seen it in the hallway. But Monty Williams gave a speech to the Milwaukee Bucks immediately after, and then did a post conference thing, talking to the press where he couldn't hold himself and everything else. Now, what do you think about that, Kim? What's your thoughts?
Right.
Your thoughts?
I thought it was he was really a class act for doing that, and I mean, kudos to him, because now I did come in to hear your guys' opinion of how that was handled, and I concur with the rest of the guys on here. Yeah, that was a stand-up thing to do. You should. I mean, the better team won. The two best teams made it all the way to the end, and on that night, the Bucks won, and you go and you congratulate. It doesn't take away from who you are. It doesn't take away from what you did. You should be able to congratulate. There's room for everybody. So that wasn't their night for the Suns. That coach did his thing. He did the right thing by going over. I've never seen that. And I thought it was a big class act for him.
All right, well,
so kudos to him.
I'm gonna give you a chance to on this next conversation. You can hear it from the top, and that way you get a complete thought of what you want to think. So the next conversation topic is, this one's gonna be especially for Rodney Perry. He's gonna like this one. I heard this morning, I saw it on a couple of boards and everything else. Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul are the targets for the Los Angeles Lakers right now as we speak, as they go on into the offseason. And it looks like the Lakers are leaning towards Russell Westbrook. Talent, I'm going to start with you, bro. If you're the Lakers, right, and if you're the Lakers, do you take Russell Westbrook? Do you take Chris Paul? What's your thoughts? What you do?
You got to go with Chris Paul. And the reason for that is everybody's already sacrificing and becoming a role player to play with LeBron. and now with AD. Those are your two top stars. I see Russell Westbrook has a history of disruption. You know, somebody said yesterday, alluded to the fact, oh, when Chris Paul leaves, nobody really liked him. I don't really care. Like efficiency, the people that's best at their jobs, people usually don't like them. It's more people that will not hire talent to open for them because of the fire that you bring, but you go out and you create your own. Chris Paul's able to go create his own. Russell Westbrook, he's had a history of when he gets next to another star, there's some sort of tug of war going on. And I wouldn't take that chance if I'm the Lakers because we already know there's just 1 year removed from a championship and you're trying to come back, make that run again. Do you want to add disruption or efficiency?
Fig, I don't even think Russell Westbrook fits with the Lakers, honestly. I don't even see it. But what's your thoughts?
Man, you know what? I think it could go either way. And I'm going to tell you this. The one thing that Russell Westbrook does bring is he's a ferocious lion when it comes to being on that court, whether it's on offense or defense. And I think Chris Paul, although he's a little more efficient as far as shooting, I don't think he has that ferociousness left in his repertoire. I think when LeBron James goes out, if Russell Westbrook attacks the basket, I think the Lakers would be a tough out, man.
All right. So, Rodney Perry, man, this is your team. It's the Lakers. What you think about the Lakers getting Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul?
I mean, we all like Chris Paul. You want to see the guy get a chip, but other than that, man, I'm really team Westbrook on this conversation. I saw the same question you did, Frank, and Westbrook is prone to health. You know, he's not 75. He's gonna come out there and give you 1,000% every night. And to Talon's point, I think he will yield to a LeBron James.
Okay.
I think he will yield to a LeBron James.
Mike John. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rodney. You saying?
I said I think he'll yield to LeBron as opposed to him and AD having their power struggle, but they were equals. And you got to yield to a LeBron just on the fact that he's won these championships.
Mike, what's your thoughts?
Man, I said it yesterday. Chris Paul is old, and listen, y'all. The guy's undersized. He's barely 6 foot. He's a supreme guard. Russell Westbrook has got this narrative that the media has created about him so crazy. We've all fallen for it. Did anybody see what him and Bradley Beal were doing together at the end of the season? Mm-hmm. They turned the whole season around. Russell Westbrook, defensively, offensively, his activity playing with LeBron James would be something like LeBron James would love because he wouldn't have to play the minutes that he normally plays. He would love to be able to say, hey, Russ, I'm going to do what I did with Kyrie. When I give you the green light, you go get it. And then when I get the ball, we're going to run the offense like we normally do. Yeah. And that's going to be the perfect teamwork right there. He'd love to have Russell Westbrook right now.
Now the guy known as the business bully. I'm about to give you your shot here, but there's one thing I got to say that I'm going to throw it to you, is people are not even saying that LeBron is not going to be the point forward this year. The Lakers put that out there that they're looking for a point guard to bring up the ball because he don't want to do that this year. So Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul?
I think we need to start looking at things a little bit more logically, and I think it makes a lot more sense, especially coming out of a pandemic, to have somebody like Chris Paul simply because the AARP set is going to definitely flood the stands, okay? First of all, do you have any idea how many AAA points are going to be utilized to purchase NBA tickets right now? Like, Chris Paul is definitely a game changer from a financial standpoint. So please, let's not start practicing elder discrimination and allow that man to take his walker and get on that court and suit up for however long get on the court and suit up. I'm here for Chris Paul all day. Thank you very much.
Bro, I don't know where you get this stuff from. AR.
Hey, this segment was sponsored by Ben Gay.
Kim, now you heard the top of the conversation. You heard what everybody's talking about. Give me your thoughts on this. LeBron James, the Lakers, Chris Paul, or Russell Westbrook? Kim, all you.
If I can be very shallow about it for a second, I'm gonna go with the ugly dude because they're gonna play harder. So I'm gonna go with Russell.
See that? Come on now.
I'm gonna go if that's all I have to go on. I mean, never mind what he's done, but just don't look. He's gonna play harder. He's gonna scare people from. I'm gonna go with the dude.
Which one is the ugly one, Kim? Who's the
ugly one? Pretty deficient, so I'm gonna go with Russell.
I can't believe you just asked that, Big.
Russell
clearly is the ugly one.
I was thinking, listen, women have different tastes. I don't know. I had to ask.
And every bucket Russell drop, he get uglier.
No. Listen, I mean, listen. I was listening to everybody. Exactly, Talent. I was listening to everybody, and I was like, you know what? I'm struggling because neither is, placing first, but I just the edge out with Russell.
If I ever hear Talent that adamant about a man's look,
or a plus, but I'm gonna go with Russell. I mean, y'all killed Chris with the.
All right, well, let me talk at the next topic. Kim, you can stay in if you want. Of course, Mr. Business.
I mean, that's just me. Sorry. I mean, I could give you some stats off the looks. I was done with the looks.
No, you make sense. You make
a great point.
With Rodney. Rodney has a great point of that. Rodney always says that. He stands by it. He doubles down. He triples down. And I got to admit, though, it's true for the kid.
Kim, if you want to come back in the conversation, please do. Your internet connection is really bad. But thank you for joining the show. We appreciate your comments, Kim. Thank you.
She got that Russell Westbrook bundle.
Yeah, she threw Russell like that. That's horrible. Next thing up, man. I don't know if you guys heard this morning, but Bill Russell, man, is selling everything. He's selling his trophies. He's selling his MVP. He's selling his jersey. He's selling everything. Everything related to him being in the NBA is all up for grabs and everything else. And I looked at it like, he's extremely old. I'm not sure if he's doing it because his age right now and his situation is going on. I don't know if he's doing it because he let me just say this. Underlying thing is he hated being on the Celtics. Don't forget about that part. He hated it. He was discriminated against. He had some, so I don't even think it's a financial thing. I think he just like, you know what? I'm tired of looking at all this stuff around here. I just don't want it no more. That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's very simple what's going on here. A lot of people, I keep saying this to people, a lot of people didn't know you have to pay back the PPP loan.
Yeah.
So imagine how much PPP money he got, right? So now you got to sell all this stuff to get it back. I tell you what, Frank, you're onto something. He always alludes to, especially as a recent, anytime he's doing any type of interviews with the culture being what it is and this whole racial culture thing, he has been alluding to like bringing up old stories, and I've seen him working on a couple of documentaries. In his words, he is a little upset and bitter about the past, which he has every right to be. So I just hope he got people around him to make sure it ain't something simple like, that onset of dementia where people are doing strange things. I just hope it ain't that.
Fig, what's your thoughts?
The last part of what Talent said was the first thing that crossed my mind. He's at that age where I'm trying to say this delicately. Sometimes old people revert back to doing things like they did when they was younger and not really thinking about the consequences of what it is that they're doing or understand what it is. And I'm hoping it's not that. Also, if you really want to know the truth, alluding to what you said, Frank, if you want to know the truth about something, there's three people you can ask. You can ask a young person. They're going to tell you the truth. They ain't got no filter. You can tell a drunk person. They're going to tell you the truth because they lost their filter. And you can talk to an older person. They really don't give a damn. They've been through everything. They don't have no future, no filter, and they're going to tell you the truth. So maybe he did hate the Celtics so much that now at this age, he really don't give a damn. And he just want he said, I want all of this crap out of my house. Maybe that's where it is. But I'm hoping it's not an illness.
That's where I think he's at right now. Rodney Perry, what's your thoughts?
Bill Russell's 87 years old. and he's 10 years past the life expectancy of a black man in America. I'm sure the things that held value as a younger man just don't hold that same value as you get advanced in age. And I'm reading about his charity. His charity is called Mentor National, and he wants those proceeds, portions of those proceeds, to go to his charity. He said that on his Twitter feed, and I take him at his word. I mean, I think the man is of sound mind and body, and he just, have no need for, stuff anymore. He's got his body and his memory.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna ask you the same thing, except let's know this, that his wife is running his Twitter account and she's informed. So, granted, I'm sure she had something to do with that. But anyway, what's your thoughts on this, Mike?
Oh, this is gonna sound selfish, but I just have one thought. How much? Because I'm not a Knick. I'm a Knick fan, but I'll take a Russell signed jersey from authentic. Look, man, I'm shocked when Frank, when you said that he hated being with the Celtics, I was like, wow, I was shocked about that because I always see him caping for the Celtics all the time, and every time I've seen him, and even before 10 years ago, he was always Mr. Celtics. So I didn't even know. I knew he hated the racism he dealt with, but I didn't know he hated his time being an actual Celtic. But once again, if you got a trophy,
no, he didn't hate his time. He hated the Celtics organization and the way they did, because they let the other players go in the front. He had to go in the back. He hated the way the Celtics treated him and did not stand up for him. Hell, him and Bob Cousy just made up 2-3 years ago.
I did. That's great information. But I will buy a trophy because I just got Disney Plus, so I can put that trophy right under the TV. I don't know if you see the TV behind. It would go nice. It would go nice here. Just let me know what I got to do. Just let me know.
Business bully. What's your thoughts on this, bro?
Well, I mean, seeing as though Rodney Perry just put it so eloquently that, Mr. Russell is in pretty good shape, I think we need to start talking from a business perspective about the importance of my favorite word, diversification. The man needs to have different types of streams of income. And the one thing that his wife, that everybody on this panel has not talked about is the fact that this man right now is still in phenomenal shape and can have a second career as Morgan Freeman's stunt double in all of his movies.
Looks like Kim she got her act together. Kim, thank you for joining and staying with the show. Kim, give me your thoughts before I have to obviously take you out because time's running out. Kim, talk to me. Tell me what you think. Kim, you still there? Look like Kim.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
Y'all were still talking about the same thing.
Yeah, just look at this. Don't worry. Just look at this. Just look at that.
Oh, yes.
Kim ain't got to pay attention. Really, if you look at the basketball wall, she's a ball.
Kim, we thank you for joining the show. We appreciate your honesty. We appreciate your candor. Hopefully you can join in tomorrow, and hopefully you can pay attention.
Is that Michael?
Hi.
I'm so confused.
Wait a minute. Okay, thank you for joining.
Like John Harris winning again, Fig.
You said it was acting up. I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, but thank you, Kim. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Talk to you.
She got that slavery Wi-Fi. Is that Michael?
All right, now the last question I'm gonna go around this last thing is for all you Knicks fans who's hanging on right now, man. This is the one I think you all are gonna be really interested to see because it looks like the Celtics, the Sixers, and the Lakers are all in conversations with one of your favorite players. That's Reggie Bullocks. And Talent, it looked like he's leaning towards the Lakers or the Sixers. So Talent, what you think? Should the Knicks keep him or Connor or what you think, man?
No, I think we got to make some room. We're working on something big, and we got to make some room anyway. So for him, if I'm his camp, I'm looking at the Sixers actually, because again, that's going to be another team to make some room. So it's not far from home. You know what I mean? You go down the road, down the turnpike, you go get on the Sixers team. The Sixers are going to be better this year. Mm-hmm. I know. I can't believe I said it either.
And I can't believe you said that without saying the Knicks. What do you think about this, Fig? You like Reggie?
It depends on where the Knicks is trying to go. Reggie Bullock is a really, really, really good spot-up shooter. He can't get you nothing off the dribble, really, because that's not his forte. He's not the greatest defender. But if you have your team together and really what you need is a spot-up shooter, Reggie Bullock is your guy. So looking at all of the teams, I know one team for sure that would love that is the Lakers, which is a LeBron James team, because he likes to drive and kick, and Reggie Bullock could definitely knock down shots for the Lakers. So if the Knicks don't keep him, I think the next best team for him probably would be the Lakers.
Rodney.
I mean, you gotta when you think Reggie Bullock, you gotta think Nut Bush. And his aunt, and May Bullock.
Damn, so stupid.
Go out on the road and get it done. So
Anime.
And Reggie is also about eating that cake. And so whoever's got the paper is probably where it's going to end up. I say the Lakers is always in the market for a spot up shooter, great spot up shooter. So we welcome if he can get it all that Nick dust also, he should be fine.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a super Knick fan, like for real, like Talon Fig. You know, we live and die the Knicks. If I was in the front office and they put a meeting together and they said we got an emergency meeting, they sat us down and they said the topic was Reggie Bullock, I would say kill yourself. Like, are you kidding right now? We're talking about Reggie Bullock? What do you mean? If Reggie Bullock is the difference between you and a championship, kill yourself. Like for real. Y'all call me into the office to talk about Reggie Bullock? Not Dame, not Kyrie Irving. Y'all talk about Reggie?
It's hilarious.
I'll smack somebody in their face. You call me into the office. You didn't even Zoom link me? You made me come into the office? Go ahead. Go to the next square.
I agree.
Business bully. Talk to me. What you think?
Listen, I'm in Philadelphia. I am a Sixers fan. We'll happily take him.
Yeah,
y'all have him. Y'all need somebody. Y'all have him. Y'all enjoy Reggie.
We're sending him right now. Hey, I'm texting him right now.
I think he plays.
He's on his way.
I think he plays pretty good. I don't understand the thing. I think he plays pretty good, but you know, what do I know?
He's a great shooter now. He shoot the lights out. Reggie Bullock can shoot the lights out, but he's not going to take you off the dribble. He got to get an open shot, and his defense is,
he's suspect.
Yeah, and let's put it this way, Frank. I'm here in New York, and I just spoke to my man that worked down at the Garden. The Garden, they're more concerned about where they're going to put the new cafe. And
y'all, you know what? I can't right now.
I hope Reggie or his family's not watching this right about now. Like y'all are killing me.
We'll send him to Philadelphia with next year's Summer Jam tickets.
right, you think it's a big issue? They in there balling. Do we do Pepsi or Coke this year?
All right, let me ask you guys this next question, man, because the next topic up, man, is Kevin Durant literally said on thing. He came on. He said the Milwaukee Bucks are creating a dynasty. They got a dynasty right there, and he thinks that they're going to be a destination for people to want to go. That's his thoughts right now. Now, I don't know if it's agree or disagree, but what do you think, Talent?
Well, I think before you can start talking about that type of stuff, somebody has to put together at least two championships within like a 3-4 year span. That's how we got to talking about Golden State. We hadn't talked about Golden State before they started winning chips since Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond. And they still didn't win the chip. They was just balling out. Ball is life. So one chip, I don't think people can say that. I think people are reaching and trying to create a narrative or a story that they can control to, trump up sales. Oh, yeah, we the next. I don't know. That's one win, yo.
All right, okay. Fig, do you think, literally like what Kevin Durant said, do you think the Milwaukee Bucks are creating a dynasty? And like Kevin Durant said, he thinks they're going to be a future, destination. People want to go there. You think that?
You know what? They don't need much to continue the process. They get a couple of shooters. You know what I mean? To knock down open shots. Like, listen, they get a Reggie Bullock to knock down open shots after Giannis. I'm serious. Yo, do you know how LeBron went and got Kyle Korver? Kyle Korver didn't do nothing but shoot 3-pointers. That's all that Reggie Bullock does. He shoots. He's a 3-point shooter. I think that Giannis is young. He's emerged as a superstar. Middleton emerged as a star, a mid-range shooter. Holiday was great, you know what I mean? Driving, kicking, playing defense. They're gonna need another piece, another significant piece in order to be able to sustain, if they're gonna turn into a dynasty. They're definitely gonna need some shooters.
Rodney Perry, the Milwaukee Bucks, a destination, because right now they have some free agents they can't keep. They have a serious roster issue. But once they lose some of their free agents like Portis and there's a couple of people they're losing. So they're gonna lose Jeff Teague, they're gonna lose PJ Tucker, they're gonna lose Bobby Portis, and probably Giannis's brother. Is it gonna be a destination for them to go on? People
Giannis' brother ain't going nowhere. You know that.
Just to be real brief and answer this question, hell no. There are people from Milwaukee that want out. Milwaukee is not a destination for anyone unless you're going into the witness relocation program.
Right.
Milwaukee is not the spot. Giannis wants out, but he can't. He can't leave. He can't leave now. He's stuck. Everybody else leave.
And his brother ain't going nowhere. He could pay his brother out of his pocket.
Mike, what you think, bro?
His brother get the interest on his money.
They're gonna keep Tucker. Jeff Teague didn't do much this year, so he's not gonna be a big loss. Bobby better sit his ass in Milwaukee because ain't no city in the world gonna love him. He ain't gonna get that love from any other city. They do have the potential. But once again, like everybody's saying, it's tough to keep these guys under a salary cap. It's tough to keep these teams together. Golden State, I don't know how Golden State has done it, but they are magic out there. I don't know who's their accountant, how they've been able to keep those big contracts under so it can be done. If you keep the Greek Freak there, you got a chance. You got a chance to become something.
You got to get people to buy into the system.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. Historically speaking, Milwaukee, the term actually is a Cherokee term, Milwaukee, which means milk of the mountains. That and $5 will still not get me to come to Milwaukee. It's the most boring shit in the world. Unless you like cheese curds and white women built like pencils. Yeah, no, it's not going to be a destination. It's one championship. Can we slow down on the gas, people?
Guys, the most boring city ever was San Antonio, and they had a dynasty. It really doesn't matter about the location anymore.
But
Thick
they started
Mexicans in Texas, bro.
and built their ass off. Let me say this. The only reason I go to Milwaukee is to see Kelly Kells.
Oh, okay.
Kelly Kells lives in Atlanta.
Yeah, but I'll go there with her family. She's from Milwaukee. I'll go to Milwaukee because she does shows there 2-3 times a year for the crib. That's the only time I'm going to Milwaukee.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining the show, man. We appreciate you. Business Bully, tell everybody out there how they can follow you, man, because I appreciate you even joining the show and taking the time to hang out with us. Tell everybody out there.
It's absolutely wonderful. Make sure you check me out right now on Instagram and everywhere at The Business Bully. It's right down there.
Thank you very much. Mike, Sean, talk to me. Tell everybody out there how they can follow you, brother. We appreciate you for joining and staying in the show, too.
At Mike Sean Comedy on all social media. And if you want to get a direct hit me at Reggie Bullock Comedy. And you just hit me, and I'll respond.
And of course, the man who helped me start the show, between the two gentlemen helped me start the show, Talent. Tell everybody out there how they can follow you and talk about that. You know, we got tickets left for the 30th.
Yeah, we got ticket on all the rooms are going, ladies and gentlemen, but you can attend the weekend. Event tickets are on sale now. Hit me in the inbox of either IG, which is Talent the Comedian, or you can directly email me, talent@itsjustcomedy.com.
Thank you, Talent. Appreciate you. Fig, talk to me.
You know, always at Comedian Fig on social media platforms. Box seats Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Best damn sports show on TV with a special show on Talent's Weekend.
Rodney Perry, my man. Talk to me.
Yo, big ups to the whole cast and the friends that came through today. It's a great show. RodneyPerry.com, Rodney Perry Live on all social media. And I'll be in Seattle this weekend, guys, with Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club. Super excited about that. And don't forget to pull out.
Hey, Rodney, when you go to that club, man, talk to me. Tell me how it is, too. I'm supposed to go out there and check it out, too, man. Hey, thank you for watching the show. I got to thank the Business Bully and Mike Sean for dialing in. Thank you to Amy for dialing in, too. And somebody else I missed.
Kim Jordan Jackson.
Her dial-up is coming up.
Thank you all for joining the show, man. We appreciate you. Y'all can dial in tomorrow, join the show too. That's Talent, that's Fig, that's Roddy's Business Book, that's Mike. Y'all know we having these great conversations. It's on the channel called The Humor Mill. The show's called The Box Seats. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.